which was towards the end of the 12th century. Back then there was a terrible argument between King Henry II of England and King Louis the VII of France, and as a result of this, the French king is said to have expelled the English students from the University of Paris. And these were all men studying theology. Now, another theory is that King Henry II told them they had to come back to England. But either way, a lot of young English students left the University of Paris, came back to England, and many of them came to Oxford. And they chose Oxford because it was located in the centre of England. And once they got here, they started to form study groups of around 20. Usually they were with the popular masters of the day, and they were quite young. They were only aged between 14 to 16 years old. And they based themselves in some of the townhouses in the city centre. Those townhouses came to be known as academic halls, so those were the sort of predecessors of the colleges of today. So the sort of robes that they wear were really based on the clerical robes worn by those students studying to become priests. Now I'll come back to the wearing of the academic dress, but the college system developed from the 13th century, really mostly due to security reasons, but also by then a lot of members of the clergy were establishing colleges at Oxford, and they'd all been educated in the monastic system, where typically there was a group of men living together, studying together, worshipping together and working together, and they wanted to try and replicate that in the institutions they were founding at the university. So this is why even to the current day, all of our colleges basically are made up of the same elements. You will always have student accommodation, there's a dining hall where the students can eat together, a library where they can study, and a chapel in most of the older colleges. Some of the new ones don't have chapels now, so a small place of worship inside each college. Each one is an autonomous institution founded in its own right over the last 800 years. Colleges are all different shapes and sizes. They are not faculties. Please don't be mistaken into thinking that they are faculties and they all teach different subjects. That's not the case. The best sort of way of thinking of the colleges is to think of them as student residences, but they are student residences with a bit of a difference. In the UK generally, when students go to university, they will usually live in halls of residence, which is student accommodation, certainly for the first year. But that is purely where they live. They don't do any studying there with any faculty members. Here at Oxford and Cambridge is the same. Every college has got its own teaching staff, and they represent a variety of different faculties, and they will be teaching the students in the college. So the students both live in the college and they are partially taught in the college by a member of the faculty with which they're studying. So it's a very confusing system, and it catches most people out. Most British people have no idea how Oxford and Cambridge works. So the colleges all offer a variety of different subjects basically, and there are only a couple of graduate colleges that are more sort of centred around the study of a similar discipline, like the one I showed you this morning, Nuffield, which is really all geared towards social sciences. Now, the academic dress of the university, they don't walk around wearing that all the time. This is only because they're doing exams. They have to wear it for any formal ceremony of the university. So that will be for matriculation, the admission ceremony, and then the graduation. And they have to wear it when they're taking their exams. So the rules are quite strict. They have to wear specific things. For the gentlemen, a black suit, black socks, black shoes, a white shirt, a white bow tie, and the gown. For the ladies, the choice of a skirt or trousers, a white blouse with a black ribbon at the neck, and then also the gown as well. And if they're taking exams, they'll probably be wearing carnations. Carnations are a tradition here. Typically, first year exams, they'll be wearing a white carnation. Finals, they'll be wearing red. And anything in between, they'll be wearing a pink carnation. So if you've seen them wearing carnations, that's what that is all about.